Welcome to FANfare Social Media. Today's training tutorial is about the sales follow-up process once you've launched your email campaign. So this is usually provided right after you have launched, within a day or two after you've launched, and we recommend that you check into this area once a day and make your sales follow-up calls. So you log into the system and provide your password information from our Fan Creation Center. And then you go to, I'm going to give you a very quick overview and then go into our report section. Remember that the way this works is in the admin section, you have a message questionnaire. This questionnaire has been completed with all your marketing value proposition information, descriptions about your business, advantages, benefits, call to action. And the system has a unique way of using this material to create hundreds of different email messages for you. And then in our message area, you're able to go in and review samples or simulations of what those emails would look like when they go out. And just navigate to any of the ones that have check marks. If there's no check marks, you ignore them. Only the ones that have check marks are used. So let's just take a look at one real quick. Very professional, easy to read and scan. They look real. And if someone is further interested, usually they'll click on a link. By clicking on a link, that puts them on a report. We also have people who are opening your emails on the reports. So that's where this training comes in. Let's go to our report area. And as I said, we recommend you go in here once a day and then click on the analytic module. And that takes you into our statistics area. Let me just widen my screen a little. Now, in this area, you'll find your report information. And to navigate, there are two ways to do it. You can go to the Jump To here, take a look at the drop downs. It always defaults to today. Usually you'll select yesterday because we want you to follow up today on the activity that occurred yesterday. So it's within 24 hours. You've also got a month to date or a year to date if you're looking for different periods of time, as well as you can go over to your calendar and select a particular day that you're looking for also. Let's just say we're actually going back to check on something that occurred a little while ago. So you can click on the date that you want, and you see now we're on the 25th. And then the reports themselves, so let me scroll a little bit, are located down beneath your calendar in these blue sections. Most of these are really not relevant data to you. I wouldn't worry about them. But there are two reports in particular under the email detail. We've got the opens and the click-throughs. Those are the two key reports. People who are opening your emails that we've identified, and those that after they've looked at it have clicked on a link to go to your website. We call those your website leads. Let's take a look at the click-throughs first. So just click on the hyperlink and give this just a few seconds to display. Depending on your connectivity, it could come up right away, or it might take even up to 20 seconds. So just be patient. You'll usually see a loading bar at the bottom of the screen so you know what's going on. Now here's, for this particular day, we've got two click-throughs. They went to this link, and you've got all the data you need to contact them. And you'll notice the contact field and the company field are hyperlinked. Either one goes to the same place, and it opens up a second screen in our workbench area where you'll see their job title up here. We frequently have a fax number. You'll always see their email address, and that's clickable into your email system if you wanted to send them out a personal email at this point. You can copy and paste that to another application and use it if you like. And you've got their website, so you can do a little research while you're busy in getting ready to call. And then you just work through each of them similarly. Now let's briefly talk about something very important. What do you do with these? All right, we recommend that you call them, at least initially. You'll get voicemail sometimes, so you might mix up calling and emailing them again. But remember, the system is going to email them regularly anyway, So you usually want to call them and qualify them. Now, what we recommend that you say, at least initially, is very simple. You get on the phone, you introduce yourself, and say, I'm following up on an email that I sent you recently. It's important that, and then you kind of go from there with the rest of, however you would handle your dialogue. But I'm following up on an email that I sent you recently or the other day. This is important. You don't want them to know that you're aware they were on the website. This turns people off, kills the interest. Trust me, they won't like it. So just something really simple, just like you're following up on an email professionally, which is exactly what you're doing. And then you do the same thing on the open report when we get to that. Now, also, for just managing these activities, you can print this report. This little printer icon will open up a formatted view. You can print it and keep it in a file folder. And I'd encourage you to just make notes, manually on it as you make phone calls and get voicemail. And keep after these. These are important leads. Sometimes people are busy and they won't call you right back, even if they did have interest. So be persistent with the click-throughs. Now the opens, we'll go to that next. You see they're over here under the email detail also. Let's go ahead and have you click on the opened report. Depending on connectivity on any given day, it could take up to 20 seconds for these to display. So just be patient. Don't go back and click on it a second time because that will cancel your first action, and then you'll won't know where you are. Now you work these, all the same information is just like the other report. Say exactly the same thing. I'm following up on an email I sent you. There'll be some on your open report probably every day. We got 45 here on this day. Sometimes you'll see what looks like a duplicate. It's not a duplicate. It just means that it was opened twice. And if you see that occur, particularly if maybe you see 3, 4, 5, 6 of the same one opened names there, that could mean that they've referred it to someone else, forwarded it to someone else who is now involved, and certainly a higher probability of interest. So make sure you follow up on those. We recommend you follow up on all of them, but if you don't have time, just at least hit the ones that are multiple listings. Now, after you've worked through for a few days with these reports online, if you feel it's more convenient, we can email you a daily report with 2 Excel sheets for the opens and the clicks. So if you want to do that after a few days of getting used to this, it's always only going to be the prior day's activity. So if you need a further date range, you'd have to come into our system anyway. But if it's more convenient, like if you're on the road and you'd rather get that each day than log in, just email me at tom.griffin@fanfaresocialmedia.com. But it is important to make these phone calls. It's a great process to follow up even on the opens. People who are looking at your emails, they're fair game. Now sometimes you'll get people that will say, oh, I never got it or I never saw it. Well, just ignore that and continue on. You might say, oh, well, I'll be happy to provide some more information after we're off the phone. But while you got them on the phone, qualify them. Don't get off the phone and promise to call them back, send them something, and then try to reach them again. You probably never reach them. So just a couple other administrative things in our account section. If you wanted to add additional names into your system one by one, you can do that. We don't charge extra for it. Let me just show you where I was. By clicking, so click on the account section and then on the plus sign here. It'll open up a blank screen and you can add all the fields. Pay attention to the ones that are red asterisk. Those are required. And then 2 particular fields. The status field needs to be selected for suspect. The system is always, every day, looking for suspect records that have not started the campaign, and then it selects them and starts them. If you select anything else here than suspect, it won't find them. And then make sure you've got your name on here so it knows who they're coming from. And you can just add those in. Now also you may need to, from time to time, search for someone in the database. The fastest and most specific is to do it by last name. So type in their last name and then hit go. and then you'll see the records displayed. It finds anything with those characters as deep in as you enter it. So you've got your information here. It's just like on the last report area where these are clickable and opens up a second screen, or you can look at our pencil. If you have Internet Explorer, you'll see the pencil in a pop-up menu. If you're using something other than Internet Explorer, you'll have to go inside the record. But off of the pencil, you could choose to unsubscribe them. This is a manual way to go in and unsubscribe them. Or if you wanted to edit the account, it'll open up the screen. You change the field and just go in and save it. So make the change on whatever field, maybe an email address or phone number, and you make the change. Now, if you're not using Internet Explorer, then you click on this link, and to unsubscribe them, you've got this little U up here on the upper left, and by unsubscribing them, it will give you a message that says it's done, and then over here by their email, shortly after that, a couple seconds, it'll show a broken envelope, which indicates that it's unsubscribed. And then you just drop back out here. Now, just one last thing. You may get replies from people occasionally asking you to remove them from the list, or it'll say unsubscribe or take me off your list. It is a compliance issue, so I need you to take care of that. Now, this is the manual way that I just showed you to do it, but there's a much simpler, easier way. Although they could have clicked on the remove link in the email, for whatever reason, they asked you to remove them. So just beneath their reply, if you look below your email, in the email message you'll see that was sent to them, there's a remove link at the bottom of our email, and you can click on it. You'll get a message that says it's been removed and it's done. So that's if they email you and ask to be removed, you just go down to the bottom, click on the link, and it's done. I think that's all I've got. There's a few other bits of information in your training outline document that you probably received, or you can request from us, just a reference type document. And make the phone calls. The ones that do, customers that make the phone calls, get superior results to the ones who don't. So good luck in all your efforts.